So to make this, you'll need chopped tomatoes, double cream, Cajun seasoning, black peppercorns, rock salt, some diced onion, some penne pasta, 41p would you believe it, and 2 chicken breasts which I've just diced into a bowl. This is all you'll need. First, you're going to add 3 teaspoons worth of the seasoning to your chicken mix. It can be quite difficult to get this seasoning out because of the way that it is. It's not really meant to put on a spoon, but we're going to roughly put about 3 teaspoons. It doesn't matter if you put a bit more, as extra flavour. Once you've done that, you want to mix it all together. Now, you may think of adding some oil at this part, but you really don't need to. You're going to add the oil to the pan to get the pan nice and hot, and that way it's actually going to make the seasoning stick to the chicken a lot better and actually develop a lot more flavour. Once that's done, you want to get your pan nice and hot and add some olive oil. We prefer olive oil because we just prefer the taste of it. This is proper Cypriot olive oil directly from Cyprus, but you can use things like sunflower oil or any kind of other oil like rapeseed oil if you want to. It's up to you, just make sure it's nice and hot before you begin. Then you want to pour in your chicken directly into the pan. We're just going to stir it up, and you want to make sure you get this cooking for at least 5 minutes. Now, your chicken will probably cook sooner than you think, especially with it being in small pieces that have been diced up, but you want to let it develop and get that charred taste. The whole point of this is you want the Cajun seasoning to fully bake into the chicken, get it nice and charred. As you can see, we've cooked the chicken off. We don't want it too charred or black because it'll just go dry, but we don't want it too watery as well. So we've managed to cook out a majority of the water. Then you want to empty the pan and add your diced onion directly into the pan. Use all the leftover oil and flavouring. You want to get this oil nice and cooked down. You don't want it again so it's too caramelised and burnt, but you want to develop that nice flavour to it. So give it a good stir and you'll soon know when it's ready. Once that's done, add in your tinned chopped tomatoes. This is 400 grams worth, just your average tin size. Get it all stirred in and get it to a nice simmer. You want to make sure it's cooking through because they will develop a lot of flavour. And remember, if you want to see more recipes like this, head over to swappershoppers.co.uk. The link is in the description of this video, or check out the channel and get subscribed because you're missing out on all this amazing content. At this point, you want to get your double cream, which is about 100 millilitres worth, and pour it directly into the pan. You're going to stir it through until it's fully coated. Now, you want to be careful with the double cream. Don't get the pan too hot because you don't want to split the cream. Now, if you keep stirring it around, you'll notice that it'll start changing colour, as we're about to show you. Now, if you use very cheap tinned tomatoes, they'll have a lot of water in it. They'll be very watery and they won't be the ripest tomatoes. If you get much riper tomatoes that you often find in more expensive brand of tinned tomatoes, then you'll find it's a much more rich orange flavour. This will turn a bit more like a yellow colour, but in my opinion, it doesn't matter. The taste is the most important thing, and as you cook it through, the colour will actually get better, trust me. Okay, once that's stirred in, you want to get your chicken, add that back into the pan. You want to make sure it's stirred all the way through and get it fully coated. Honestly guys, if we had smell-o-vision, this would be incredible. The smells from this are absolutely amazing. It's so pungent and it's so easy to make. And with this recipe, there's not much waiting around. Literally, as soon as you've stirred it in, you want to get your pot of boiled pasta, make sure you've drained it of course, and then add it to your pan. We left this a little bit too long, and as you can see, it started clumping together. The fresher you add it straight out the pan that you've drained, the easier it's going to be to break up and get it fully coated. And ideally, use a slightly bigger pan. As you can see, it's pretty incredible how much pasta expands when it's being cooked, and you don't quite realise the size of pan that you need. So we ended up changing to a larger saucepan because our wok had previously been used and needed washing, so Adam decided to pour it all over the counter. Once we've done that, we add some salt and some pepper. Now, I like quite a lot of black pepper. It gives it a much more richer taste, and I like the pepperiness of it. But again, it's to your taste. You decide how much you're going to add. So after we've given this a good stir through, I'm just about to plate this up. I'm going to put it in some large pasta bowls. Pasta bowls are the best bowls to put this in. As the name suggests, they're great for pasta because it's nice and wide and it's got quite a deep ridge edge to it as well, which makes it much better. In case there's any sauce, you don't want it leaking all over your plate. But if you have enjoyed this video and like this recipe, please like the video and comment your suggestions for the future. We'd love to hear your suggestions.